What's going on, guys? Your boy Joey Shake 72 coming at you guys with a video right now. Um, Look, I know I've been clowning on Nelson Agholor. I've been clowning on him ever since his first year in the NFL. I kind of want to make a video right now and kind of dispute my not dispute but go over my feelings towards him at this point of the season. I'm just disappointed, and I know he probably has to be coached better. Probably didn't have the best wide receiver coach last year, but I was very excited of him when he got drafted. I was very excited. Just never really, he really just couldn't get out of his own head. I think he read too much of the news outside of football. I think he read too much media, and not even just that. Even when I used to go on his Twitter account, I used to see him battling with fans on Twitter. Throwing up money emojis, and talking shit to fans. Fans let him have it, and when you don't catch a ball when you're wide fucking open, that's what happens. Unfortunately, he's not hitting even 300-400 yards receiving. It's not a good thing. It's not a good thing at all. I'm not, I think you're projecting OTAs, he's looking good. He's looking bigger. He's looking faster. He doesn't have pads on. We don't know how he's going to be in a real game. But you know what, though? On top of that, he really doesn't have any pressure now. Maybe he'll play better because he doesn't have that pressure as the top guy on the team anymore, which he's not the top guy on the team anymore. But at the same time, it's like, he has to get out of his own fucking head and start doing something, because if God forbid one of these guys go down, he's gonna have to get in there and go do something. And these fucking like Mac Hollins and Shelton Gibson, if they're coming in hungry from the draft and they fucking go after it harder than he does, they'll take the spot right from it. And Nelson Agholor could be off this team after this year, or he might not even make the team. As much as I think he's got starting experience under his belt, so you know what I mean, when we needed him and tried to use him the right way. Nelson Agholor runs really, really, really good routes. He actually is a very polished route runner. He actually beats people. He actually the problem is just he just can't get that separation. And he's worried. He's thinking 10 million things. Like, as soon as he's about to catch that ball, he's thinking 10 million fucking things, and he's trying to catch it. And that's what happens. Too many fucking drops. A Zach Ertz touchdown, at the Seahawks game, cost us a fucking touchdown because the motherfucker couldn't line up right. You can't have that shit. It's just, honestly, that's just due to bad coaching. I know as a wide receiver, you fucking do that, through college and since he's been in the NFL. But, dude, you have to learn how to line the fuck up right. It's crazy, and I was really excited for him. Not even just that, but as a special teamer too. He was a punt returner, was a great punt returner at USC, and I don't think he'll be a punt returner here. Definitely not. They've put him at kick returns a few times at a few games middle to late in the season, which I was like, all right, whatever. Which I don't get why they even did that anyway, because they had to do something with him. So bad that after that Seahawks game, they had to literally, take him out for that Green Bay game. And then the whole Paul Turner fucking thing came up. We had to bring a practice squad guy up from the practice squad onto the active roster to go fucking do something. And, I make jokes about Nelson Agholor. I made a reaction video. People were very, very, people were commenting like crazy. I got a lot of feedback on it, and I'm not trying to be like a fucking, I'm not trying to dog him. I'm not trying to, it's a joke because, he said the same thing last year at OTAs, the same exact, I'm gonna do well, I'm gonna play every day like it's my last, and, all I can do is do good for this team. And, he's got the passion, it's there. It's just that we just need the fucking results, and we need, hopefully Mike Groh could turn him into something. I think Nelson Agholor could be a good complementary back. Not the fucking number one starter, not the number one wide receiver, but he could be a good complementary. He could be a good complementary wide receiver. Especially if Alshon's on the field, he could probably fucking make some noise. You know what? He probably could. Maybe try him out as a slot receiver. Maybe he'll do a lot better there. who fucking knows? To this point, who fucking knows? But it's a lot of issues, bro. Like, the guy gets drafted. Guy got drafted too high. He should have been at least a late second or a third round pick. And honestly, the only good thing from the Chip Kelly era that we have today is Jordan Hicks, and that's it. Other than that, that's the only thing that he did fucking right. That's it. Jordan Hicks is the best thing. But Nelson Agholor has got to step the fuck up. And now when the pressure counts, it should have counted last year. It should have counted when he was literally, was starting and, he had to make that push. But now it's just like he's got no pressure on him now. Like, he's got that pressure of being on the roster, but he doesn't have the pressure of where he's got to start games right now. And he knows he's not going to be starting. So, and he's not going to beat Torrey Smith. It's not going to happen. So whoever thinks that should rethink what they're thinking. So he's definitely not going to beat Torrey Smith. But as of right now, it's just not... He's not working out for me. I just don't expect him to do anything. I don't think he's going to make a big leap because we're not going to see him play that much unless somebody goes down. I wouldn't hype up him so much. I love the feedback everybody's giving. Trust me, I do it. Like I said in a few videos before, like, you gotta complain about this shit, because if no one complains about it, then shit won't be done. I know we're fans. I know they won't listen to us, but we're seeing the coaches aren't stupid. They know what they're seeing from him, okay? In front of the media, they say good things because they have to say good things. They're not going to say bad things about players. They don't talk about players' contracts. They can't do that shit. It puts them on the hot seat. It puts them in a bad spot with the team, talking shit about a player. It's just never going to happen. But Nelson Agholor just hasn't turned my fucking head. And, it is what it is. I don't know how he did it this year. For throwing over 3,700 yards from Carson Wentz and between all those fucking drops, god damn how many yards he would have had with those catches if they were made. And the drops, it's I don't know if it's just me, but it was like a fucking virus. When it happened to the worst player on our team, it would happen to one of the better players. Darren Sproles is not catching. Zach Ertz was dropping balls. Trey Burton was dropping balls. Everybody was dropping fucking balls. And it was just unbearable fucking watching. Like, every time he throws a fucking pass, you're just nervous when the ball's in the fucking air. You don't know what's going to happen. Okay, DGB's not going to be on this fucking team. It's over with him. He's fucking out. Get him the fuck out of here. Never bring him the fuck back. Do not bring him the fuck back. Okay? He's just got to get out of his own head and do what he's got to do. That's it. If I don't complain, if I don't critique this guy, if I wasn't talking about Nelson Agholor, I wouldn't give a fuck. If I was making a video, if I wasn't making a video about him, it wouldn't mean I don't give a fuck. You understand? Like, I'm making the video because I fucking care, because I want him to do better, okay? I want him to do good. I want him to be on this fucking team. I do. I want him to be here. He could be, if he fucking does the right thing if he does the right thing, we can rely on him to do some shit for us. Because he's got the experience, he's got starting experience, and he's got the speed, he's got the mechanics open field. He's like a fucking feather, bro. He catches the ball, he runs at you, you fucking falls on the fucking ground. It's like, he's got to start breaking tackles too. He's got to start running around people in open space, but he hasn't had the chance. You know why? Because he hasn't been catching fucking balls. Ever. Not only in the Seahawks game, but during the Seahawks game, not just being off sides, not lining up right, but he beat Richard Sherman, he did a fucking post route, and fucking beat him square on. And then wide open. That was a 30-something yard pass, and he could have ran for a lot more fucking yards. And I was excited because I really want to see him in open space, what he can do in open space. I know he can fucking do something in open space. In open space, I know he could be a fucking monster. I'm not giving up on Nelson Agholor, but it's this much close. I'm this close. Like, I just have this much space left to where I'm just going to say, fuck him, get him off this fucking team, get him out of here. So hopefully this new, hopefully Mike Rowe can light of what they said in a fucking article, light a fire, lit a fire under Nelson Agholor. Okay, and I hope that's true. But you got to show it when you put the pads on, bro. That's how it goes. You got to show it when you put the pads on. Sorry, but OTAs, him running routes and catching balls. He didn't bobble a catch. He didn't catch a pad. Good. That's awesome. He didn't bobble. He didn't drop anything like he did last year. Great. He had one good fucking day. Now, if he can keep that going, awesome. If he can convert it into games, that's awesome. That's all I got to say about Nelson Agholor. I'll see you guys later.